Ever met that woman who handles chaos like it's a perfectly organized, color-coded spreadsheet, while you panic because your 1 hour of me time just got canceled? Yeah, that's not magic. That's mindset. Mental strength isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about not spiraling when you spill coffee on a deadline-critical report. Most people train their core, but few train their thoughts, then wonder why life feels like a constant ambush. We are flipping the script today. You're going to learn how to stop crumbling over the small stuff and how to handle the hard stuff like a CEO handles a quarterly review. I'm going to share with you some steps to build a brain so resilient even your past self would be utterly terrified of it. Let's start by addressing your feelings. Emotions are like the warning lights on your car's dashboard. They show up suddenly, and their only job is to get your attention that something needs to be addressed.
Step 1. Master your emotions before they master you. Most emotions are not reliable narrators. They're impulsive. They exaggerate. They make decisions based on momentary discomfort, not long-term vision. If you believe every feeling you have, you're outsourcing your life to a moody weather app. A mentally strong person doesn't ignore the warning light, but they also don't let the warning light drive the car. Think of emotions as waves. They rise, crash, and pass. You learn to surf. When something sets you off, that passive-aggressive text from a family member, pause, take a breath, and count to 5. You're not a robot. You're the adult in the room, not your inner panic goblin. Strong minds don't suppress emotion. They outgrow emotional impulsivity. You can be heartbroken and still submit the presentation. You can be anxious and still make the important phone call. You learn to feel deeply without falling apart. Step 2. Realizing the mindset shift that changes everything. Ever notice how the most mentally strong women often have the messiest backstories? Not, oops, I forgot to RSVP messy, more like, I failed publicly, got rejected, cried in a bathroom stall, then rebuilt the entire business messy. Here's the unexpected truth. Discomfort is your personal trainer. If life feels hard, that's not a glitch. That's the level you're on, and that's where the growth happens. Psychology proves that facing small stress makes you better at handling big stress later. Comfort is the couch. Discomfort is your gym. When people avoid discomfort, like always defaulting to takeout to avoid a mildly stressful grocery trip, they're skipping mental gym day forever. The result? Their thinking muscles atrophy. Suddenly, one rude email from a client feels like a personal attack that ruins the entire week. Mentally strong women flip the script. They don't just get through hard stuff, they train with it. They see failure as feedback, not a fatal identity flaw. You don't need fewer problems, you need stronger problem-solving muscles. Say, cool, let's do this. Step 3. Use failure as your consultant. Failure is not out to get you. It's your brutally honest, unpaid consultant who doesn't care about your feelings. Every successful woman you admire failed more times than you've tried. Here's a real story of a woman who failed and came back stronger. Leah spent a year developing a new product. When she launched it, the reviews were scathing. The entire concept was a flop. She could have spiraled, believing, I am a failure. But she didn't. She treated the failure like an expensive user study. She separated the event from her identity. She said, the project failed, but I am still learning. She adjusted, pivoted, and relaunched in 6 months using the negative feedback as her roadmap. That's the difference. The problem isn't failure, it's shame, which lies and says you are a failure. Strong minds treat failure like feedback, an annoying friend who always tells the truth. You fall, you reflect, you adjust, and you try again. That's how unshakable confidence is built, by surviving what scared you and learning the lesson.
Step 4. Stop these 3 habits that keep you mentally weak. Want to stay soft forever? Perfect. Just do these 3 things religiously. Complain, seek comfort, and make excuses. Congratulations, you've just joined the holy trinity of brain mush. Every time you complain, your brain rewires itself to avoid responsibility. Complaining is cardio for victimhood. It trains you to look outward. It's the economy. It's my partner. Outsourcing your power. Your problems don't disappear. They grow legs and run faster. Comfort starts like a warm blanket, but quickly becomes a gilded cage. Netflix, scrolling, emotionally checking out to avoid uncomfortable thoughts about that difficult conversation you need to have. Excuses are especially dangerous because they sound logical, but they're just lies dressed in a suit. Mental strength isn't built during spa days, it's carved in the trenches, on the days when quitting would be easier. Stop complaining, solve. Stop seeking comfort, seek challenge. Stop making excuses, make moves. That's the test. That's the moment. Step 5. Remember this. Motivation is a liar. Discipline is the goat. Motivation says, let's organize the entire house. Then it disappears at 6 a.m. when it's time to actually get up. Most days, you won't feel like doing the thing. That's just the human brain conserving energy. Discipline is what shows up when feelings don't. It's the reliable roommate of success. It's not about forcing yourself to suffer. It's about building systems so that your default mode is progress. You don't argue with yourself every morning. You create a routine that makes action automatic. Discipline is about reliability, doing the work because it needs to be done, not because you feel like it. Write one email, even if your creativity says no. Show up for your responsibilities, tired, bored, annoyed, and still do it right. Motivation is the spark. Discipline is the engine. And the real flex, it's not starting when you're inspired, it's finishing when you're not. That's how you earn self-respect. That's how you build unshakable confidence, by being the kind of person who shows up regardless. Step 6. Set your boundary blueprint. Mental strength is also about preservation. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are the gates to protect your time, energy, and mental focus. You are the gatekeeper. When someone encroaches on your time, your gentle but firm boundary is your strength. The I don't break mindset isn't some genetic gift. It's built response by response. When bad things happen, a client leaves, a relationship changes, mentally strong people don't ask, why me? They ask, now what? These habits aren't about perfection. They're about intentionality. Start your day by choosing discomfort, a 5-minute stretch when you'd rather snooze, or eating the one healthy thing you usually avoid. This tells your brain, we lead from strength here. You have a choice right now. Your brain is trying to pick a path. One leads back to comfort, scrolling, settling, numbing. The other starts with a choice you make in this very moment. Mental strength is a daily ballot. Every decision casts a vote for who you will be in a year. Every time you show discipline over distraction, that's a vote. Every time you sit with your emotions instead of reacting, another vote. Every time you fail but keep going anyway, vote, vote, vote. You don't need a magical routine or a better Monday. You need a start button. One action today. Pick your vote. One choice will feel good now, the other will feel right forever. You don't build mental strength in one big leap. You build it one uncomfortable, honest, intentional choice at a time. So, what's it going to be?